Can Bitcoin hit $36,000 this week? It's a possibility. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It's a bear market rally, guys. I think we are going to go much, much higher this week. Watch this video to find out why. Also, I have some big announcements. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I can talk way calmer today. I just feel so good about everything. First and foremost, Bitcoin looks good. We're at $31,400. I've been calling for this for 3 weeks here, so I'm a little bit early. But as you guys know, this was on May 23rd, 2022. I talked about one of the biggest trades of my life, and I was talking about the inverse chart and how we were about to dump when we were back at $29,000. So I was saying the chart, if you flip it, if you take this chart, I'll do it one more time for you guys in the back. Can I flip it? Come on, here we go, flip. If you see this chart flipped, it looks like something that you would have wanted to short, right? Like we couldn't get. Let me actually do it on the daily chart here, okay? I'm going off script here, guys, but I just want to show you this because it's one of the biggest charts in crypto right now. And so share this. Oh, come on. Share this very badly edited video with someone if you would like to help them make more money with crypto, because I've been calling this out for weeks, but this is the most obvious chart in crypto right now. Okay, I wish I had it formulated better on my screen, but bear with me. Okay, look at this. Okay, ignore those lines for a second. I'll just get rid of these lines. Look at this. Okay, this chart, if you were just looking at it, you were like, oh man, if this was the Bitcoin chart, right? It'd been very bullish for a while, right? And then for 15 days here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, 20 days here. We can't get the price any higher, right? The bulls have been screwed up. The bulls have been stopped in their tracks, right? And so what I've been saying for weeks is that we're about to dump back down here on this chart because it just helps you to visualize it, right? Anyone could see that you've kind of topped out if you flip the chart, but that's the good news, guys. This chart is flipped. So down here is $40,000 for Bitcoin, okay? And up here is $25,000 for Bitcoin. So in my mind, just looking at the Bitcoin chart, and there's a lot of other factors that I'm going to talk about in this video, so stay with me. I've got a ton of stuff coming about what is going to affect the price of Bitcoin later this week, okay? So make sure you stay tuned until the end. But if you just take a look at this chart, guys, it looks bullish because it's flipped, right? If I flip this chart back over, we're headed higher. We're headed higher this week, and I'm convinced of that. And so now my charts are all messy, and we're off to a great start. But if you're enjoying this so far, if you're enjoying the most unedited, the most fun channel on YouTube, make sure you guys smash the like button and share this with someone, because I just want to do a quick announcement that I'm really, really happy about, and that is that we no longer have any sponsorships on this channel. The only thing that is on this channel right now is me and anything that I want to talk about, anything that will help you guys. And I should have known that taking a sponsor was not the smart thing to do. I love BlockFi, but we're no longer working with them. I actually love them, but it's just the fact that I was having to make a certain number of videos per month, and I was having to mention them in every video, and it just felt like I was working for someone else, even if it was just a small little bit. And that's not who I am, right? I've been working for myself for 6, 7, 8 years now, and so it's just not something that I want to do. I want to be able to tell you guys what's on my mind and what can help you the most. And so it's literally just me talking and focused on our NFT project, which is 2+2 Genesis, which you guys all know is linked below. We're having a blast in there. Now my face, I can't move it. Hold on. You guys are like, Kill, this is the worst edited video of all time. Yes, I know, but also who cares? There's no sponsors, there's nothing. So it's just me and you on the camera. So if you enjoy this, please share this, because it's the only one it's the only way this will get out. But as you guys know, I post all my trades live in the Discord. If you own one of these NFTs, you get access to the Discord. There's a lot going on in Discord. There's a million channels with a lot of amazing information that can help you trade this market better. But yeah, so all my trades are in here, and so I've been talking all about it. But go in there and check it out. I don't want to show too much of what's inside there. But yeah, that's the announcements. I'm just super happy to be back. I know I've been taking a few days off here, guys, but I've been talking about, like I said, I was talking about this on May 23rd. If you go back to, some of my videos, I even called for $35,000 Bitcoin right here. This was 3 weeks ago. So one thing that I've noticed, a tendency that I do, is I tend to jump the gun, right? I can see the future, but I see the future too early. Does that make sense? Any of you guys out there the same way as me, right? You can see the writing on the wall. You can see that Bitcoin, is about to head back up. This looks weird now that it was flipped, but you can see that Bitcoin's about to head back up, but it's hard to get the timing right? I thought that maybe last couple weeks ago we'd head back up, but actually it took a whole nother couple weeks, right? And so that's one thing that I've learned, is that I need to be more patient. I need to make sure that When I think of something, when I see something clearly, the rest of the world is not going to see it for maybe a week or two. And so that'll help me trade better. I know that about myself. And the same is true for selling this rally. So what you guys are here for and what you want to know is how long is this rally going to go, right? How high can we go on Bitcoin? Okay, so let's look at the hourly chart and just look at this really, really quickly. So obviously we have a nice little move up here on Bitcoin up to around the $31,000 area. In my opinion, okay, if the stock market is able to continue this rally, okay, the stock market looks great. This is the ES chart, the stock market. If we are able to continue this rally up in the stock market this week, we are going to probably go up and test the $35,000 level on Bitcoin. And you guys know that usually on dumps and pumps, typically you go higher than you think it's going to go, or you go lower than you think it's going to go, right? It's just the market gets too excited. Everyone gets so excited and it goes higher. So that's why I think $36,000 is on the table. Also, that you should follow this account. This is the Wifey account, Wifey Alpha. This account has been calling these stock market moves literally perfectly the entire time for like 6 or 7 months here. And so this is how I am able to predict what's going to happen in the stock market. I literally just follow Wifey because it's a guy, I think, but he knows exactly what is going on here. And so make sure, shout out to Wifey for helping out. Go follow this account. It's absolutely amazing. And he is calling, I think it's a he. I keep saying she because of the profile picture, but he is calling for much higher upside on the stock market, which means that Bitcoin will likely follow here in the future, okay? And so that's bullish factor number one. You guys want to hear a couple more bullish factors for this week? The next one that I'm really excited about is the CPI data released this week, guys. The inflation data releases on June 10th at 8:30 a.m. And as you guys know, these are big events for crypto. Every single time, I've done this in the past on some of my videos, but every single time there is a data released, a CPI inflation data released, the price of Bitcoin moves. And so on the last one, on May 11th, let's go check this one out. On May 11th, it's very, very interesting, guys. I'll show you where May 11th is on this chart. I'm sure you can probably guess. But May 11th is right here, okay? Isn't that interesting that the past 18 days or whatever, if you look at this chart, right? This is a daily chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, all the time since the last, this is CPI data right here, okay? It's so interesting. Look at this. CPI data. Ever since we had the CPI data that wasn't very good, it was not good for the last month, Bitcoin has refused to go anywhere. Look at this. It's just been completely sideways, totally sideways. Because I think that we've already had enough dumpage, right? Everyone's like, okay, Bitcoin's dumped enough. I don't need to sell enough. Selling is kind of risky at this point. We've already gone down like 70, 60% here, right? We've gone down a lot. And so when the data comes out that isn't great, people aren't selling, but they also aren't buying. But here's the difference. On Friday, when this data comes out, when does it come out? Let me give you the exact date. It comes out on June 10th on Friday. This data is likely to be lower than expectations, okay? So the reason I know this is because, number one, the expected inflation data is 8.3%, okay, for this week. Now, that's the exact same thing, or for last month, that's the exact same expected data that it was for the month before. So they haven't lowered expectations at all, which is nice, right? They're not acting like, oh, I think inflation is going to come down. But there have been some signs that inflation is coming down, and here's what they are right here, okay? There was core PCE, which came in a couple weeks ago, which is the Fed's favorite inflation metric. If you just search core PCE right here on Google, if you search core PCE and you look at these, it says inflation pressures could be easing, a new Fed report shows. So a week ago, this data comes out, and this is what the Fed kind of uses as their midterm. They have every month they have the inflation data come out, right? But the inflation data, the core PCE data is like what the Fed uses in between, and it actually came down. Okay, so that's a very good sign for this data to be coming in lower. And the next one is wage inflation. So if you can just search this guys on Google, guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just use Google. Wage inflation came down. Okay, hold on. Latest job report shames the inflation hawks. Okay, so the job reports, if you're an inflation hawk, that means that you think inflation is going to go up a lot more, right? But the job report is showing that wage growth continues to decelerate. You see this? Wage growth continues to decelerate. That means that wages are not going up. Inflation is not increasing drastically in this metric. So we have two metrics that the Fed is looking at extremely. I know this is getting technical, guys, and I apologize, but you need to know this stuff if you want to trade Bitcoin right now. So if you guys are with me and if you enjoy this, please smash the like button so I can keep doing these more advanced videos, because otherwise I'm just going to have to go, bullish to the moon. I'm just kidding. But seriously, I want to make stuff that helps you guys, and let me know by smashing the like button if you like the stuff that's a little bit deeper, because I can go deep. Watch this. I'm going to keep going deep. Okay, so we have core PCE. We have the job report saying that wage growth is decelerating, and we have a CPI release on Friday that the expectations haven't been lowered. So it's like, let me summarize this, okay? It's like if you have Steph Curry and you know I love Steph Curry. Go Warriors! We're in the finals right now. I can't move my face. I want to make my face bigger. Come on, baby. You know how Steph Curry's in the finals right now? You know how he's shooting threes and killing everyone? It's amazing. I love Steph Curry. Okay. Imagine that his coach was like, hey, Steph, I need you to make 100 threes, okay? And last month, the coach said, I need you to make 100 threes. But this month, Steph has been really practicing. He's gotten better. He's actually improved his skills. He has, eaten the best, steak for 3 weeks straight, and he's just feeling the best he's ever felt. Well, he's more likely to meet the expectations of that goal, right? He's more likely to exceed his coach's expectations. And that is exactly what is happening with this data, okay? We have the expectations that haven't moved. However, all of the stuff in the backdrop makes me believe that we are more likely to actually meet this goal. And when you meet the expectations, like if this data comes in below expectations, Bitcoin will go up. I promise you that. And so we already have a bullish bear market rally happening here. We already have Wifey saying that we are headed higher, and he knows the stock market way better than I know it. Okay, so just go follow this guy. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. He's saying ES to trade 4,200 and then 4,270. If that happens, if ES, which is the stock market, right, if it trades 4,270, where is my ES? Okay. If it trades at 4,270, let me just draw this out for you because he's called it all perfectly. Just a reminder. Okay, so 4,270 is all the way up here. Okay, that's a big move on the stock market. Let me just measure that up. Like, well, let's look at the percentage move here that Wifey is calling for. Okay, we're talking about oops, that's not right. You guys know I'm really good at TradingView. I'm just kidding. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're looking at a 3% move in the overall stock market. And you're probably thinking, Kale, that is so weak. 3%. Here's the deal, guys. We had oh my gosh, let me just show you this. This is an hourly chart, okay? So we had a tiny little move of boom to here. We had a 1% move. We had a 1% move overnight, and Bitcoin went up 5%. Okay? So Bitcoin literally went up 5x, whatever the stock market did. Okay? And so if we get another 3% move, you guys can do the math, right? Bitcoin goes up another 5x. That's a 15% move. That puts us right at about $36,000. That's why I have these predictions, guys. I don't just make them free willy and nilly. I actually think about the percentages and the numbers, okay? And the last thing that I'm thinking, guys, that makes me extremely, extremely comfy holding Bitcoin. And if you guys were in the Discord, you would know that I traded all of my Solana and my AVAX last week for Bitcoin just as a mental health trade. I'm totally a Bitcoin maximalist right now. I know you guys are probably like, Kale, you're crazy. I like altcoins. I know, but right now, the people that are winning, guys, are the people that are patient. The people that are able to hold on to their trades, because the bearish trades, the trades where Bitcoin trades down, they last longer. Like, let's just show the chart one more time, okay? Just for you people in the back. Like this has been 3 months of 3 months of just terrible, terrible price action. Like down, 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 and now sideways, right? And it was all started by that CPI data, remember? So it's all coming back to CPI, and we have CPI on Friday. So just remember that, okay? But anyway, we've had all of this downward price action. It's taken much longer. Everywhere along this route, guys, everyone has been calling for, oh, we're gonna rally. Oh, we're gonna rally. No, we're not. No, we didn't. But eventually the bears get exhausted, which I think is coming right now. Okay, it's been a long time, but eventually they get exhausted and we do rally. Okay, but when we do rally, people are going to jump the gun again, and they're going to say, short it. It's going back down. Short it. We're going to 20,000. Short it. And it's probably just going to keep going up, higher than everyone expects, and then finally dump. Okay. And so I know that's like the ugliest chart on history, but you guys see what I mean? Every time it rallies, there's people calling for shorts. There's people calling for shorts. And they end up adding fuel to the fire. We end up going higher. That's how markets work. And if you go follow Pentoshi, I literally have him bookmarked because he's my favorite. He just made a tweet thread about this. Hold on. Now he's making more threads. Okay. Holy crap, man. My man's tweeting a lot today. Go read him. Damn, I got to go read that. Okay, so he made a thread on the bear market rally, and he's talking about how these things go higher than you would normally expect. And the reason he did that is because the market's job is to extract value. It gives and takes. If people are shorting, the price moves up. If people are long, the price moves down. It's counterintuitive, but it's true. This sets us up for the Trojan horse that it is. The market is here to make as much money as possible for the rich people, guys. And so it doesn't make as much money if it just goes down in a straight line. If Bitcoin just keeps dumping forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, it doesn't make as much money. But if we have these rallies along the way, you end up extracting more value from the market, okay? And the last thing, guys, this is the biggest one, so make sure you stay with me. This article, if you haven't read Arthur Hayes' article, what's it called? This one. It looks like this. Just go follow Arthur Hayes, click on his little article, whatever. Read this article. It's absolutely amazing. What's the actual title? I don't even know. It's called Shut It Down by Arthur Hayes. Go read this article. This is your homework for today, okay? Like, I'm not making any money from this, but this changed the way I viewed the market, because I was honestly thinking like, yeah, maybe I'll just sit it out. Maybe I'll just wait for Bitcoin to hit 20,000. I'll just buy at 20,000. But I think that getting to 20,000 is going to be very difficult. Let me just summarize, okay? I'm going to just summarize this article for you guys. You're welcome. This is going to change your life. So if you're still watching, let me know in the comments and smash the like button, because this is going to legit change things for you, okay? Arthur's logic really is perfect. I can't stop thinking about it. The Fed has to try to tank markets, number one, to bring down inflation. So what they're doing right now, and the reason that markets are going down short term, or they have been going down, is because they've been slowing down this money printer. I've been talking about this for 6 months, guys. So stay with me. But they slow down this money printer. What they did is they literally just changed this. They slowed it down. They're taking liquidity out of the market because they have to get inflation down. They absolutely have to get inflation down for political reasons, and just so that the entire world economy doesn't collapse, okay? This only affects rich people, okay? This is where the logic comes in. What happens when you take liquidity out of the market? Well, I'll show you on the chart, okay? It's very simple. When you take liquidity out of the market, this is an hourly chart. I need to be on a daily chart, but whatever. You guys can still see it, right? This is what happened. Look at how dirty this chart is. It's so disgusting. But you start taking liquidity out of a market and it just goes straight down, okay? That's what happens. And this is just an example. Like if I scroll up further, it's been a long road down, a lot of sell signals. You see all these sell signals? Sell, because they took the liquidity out of the market. Okay. And that affects rich people, though. Think about that. How many of your broke, poor friends own a bunch of stocks, right? How many of your broke, poor friends own a bunch of crypto? Well, maybe they're poor now because they do own crypto and they lost all their money. But I'm just saying, this typically only affects rich people who own assets, right? The assumption is, the reason the Fed is doing this is that this will slow spending. They're assuming that by crashing the markets, by slowing down the money printer, that the rich people will stop spending money. However, what Arthur is saying in his article is that rich people may not actually stop buying things. He's saying rich people already have money. They're not going to stop buying goods and services. They're not going to stop buying gasoline. They're going to still drive their Lamborghinis. I drive a nice car, and I'm still going to put gas in it. I don't care that gas is $5. I'm sorry. Like this is something that I don't think people without money understand. They're like, yo, you're driving around in that car. Oh, how do you pay for the gas? I mean, guys, I paid for the car. I can pay for the gas. You know what I mean? And so that is what people don't get about rich people, is that they're not going to stop spending money on the same things that they've always been spending money on, okay? And then you add in this Russia and Ukraine nonsense, right? You add in the fact that they make all of the world's fertilizer, that they make a ton of the world's oil, that they make a ton of the world's wheat. These are huge supply chain issues that are not going to be resolved. For more details on this, go read the article, okay? I don't have time to talk about this because it's a very big issue, right? We're talking about shutting down two countries that were really providing a lot of things to the world, and a lot of people are going to starve, and it's really sad. But anyway, we have the oil and fertilizer supply that's screwed. We have the China lockdowns. That's probably even worse. I mean, we think about that. We have China locking down for no reason right now. We have all of our goods in the entire world made in China. What does that mean? What is the effect of that supply chain over the long term? And I've been talking about this for months, guys. You guys know I've bought a lot of goods from China over the years. This stuff takes time. When you lock down Shanghai, you're going to see the effects 3 to 6 months later. It's very, very drastic. So what comes from that? You got to think like 9 steps ahead. That's what I'm trying to show you guys here. The price of goods, they won't go down. right? You have too much supply chain disruption. You have rich people that will not stop buying. Okay, rich people are not going to stop buying. And so what does that end up meaning? It means that the price of goods will not go down. That means that inflation actually won't come down. I think it will come down for this one. So I know I'm like talking out of both sides of my mouth. I think that this one will come down, which will give short-term relief in the markets. However, long-term, I think that overall they're going to have a long, hard road getting inflation down, and prices are not going to go down, which means because supply demand is greater than everything. So what else is coming up that's really important for these old losers that are in office? It's called elections. Okay, people are going to be by the time November comes around, inflation is going to be persistent, and they're going to be screaming. They're going to be like, gas has been $6 for 6 months, Joe. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe Biden. Hey, everyone in the White House. Hey, Kamala. What the hell, man? I can't buy my eggs. I can't buy my gasoline. I'm broke. And I don't know why I was making fun of them. I should have been making fun of the people in the White House because they're losers. They suck. They're idiots. And I could get into that. But people are going to be in the streets, rightfully so, saying, help this. You're the ones who caused this. You guys are the ones who printed 20 bazillion freaking effing dollars. It's your fault. Quit blaming it on Putin. Quit blaming it on COVID and do something. And so they're going to come and they're either going to, and the Democrats are going to realize this. They're either going to get their ass booted out of office or they're going to have to lower prices. That is it. That is what it's coming down to. And Arthur Hayes says it very well in this article. Okay. And so enter the White House. We will bring down the prices. We're going to bring them down. We're going to do it. And you know how they're going to bring them down? They're not going to do it by actually helping anything. They're not going to go to China. They're not going to fix the lockdowns. They're not going to go to Russia and fix the fertilizer supply. They're not going to do anything other than just the easy way out, which is what they always do. And it's so predictable. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, Jerome. Hey, Jerome Powell. Hey, mister. Knock, knock. Buddy, I need you to bring down the prices of oil and the prices of food. Okay? And he says, that's what they're going to say. We need to print some money to artificially cap the prices of food and oil. If you don't believe me, just go search on Google right now. Just go search for gas stimulus checks. Oh, it's coming. It is coming. News. Lawmakers propose $200 per payment for gas. American finances stimulus checks for gas. Stimulus checks for gas. Stimulus checks for gas. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. And when the stimulus checks come, you guys know what was the biggest bottom in the history of Bitcoin, right? Do I have to bring up the chart again? Do I need to even bring it up? I mean, guys, if you go to the daily chart of Bitcoin and you scroll all the way back to March 2020, remember when the stimmies started to go out? By the time I pull this up, we'll all be dead. I don't need to pull it up. Do you guys remember the last time stimulus checks went out? What happened? Asset prices went to the moon. Bitcoin bottomed out, and that was it. We all got 10Xs, 20Xs, 30Xs. That's how we all got rich. Okay? And so the same thing's happening again. And so when Arthur Hayes is talking about this and he's articulating this, and I'm showing you that yield curve control is coming, unlimited money printing. Hello, inflation is down, guys. We literally just artificially capped the price of oil by saying that oil can't be any higher and by saying that your goods, they will literally print the money, give it to the grocery stores and say, hey, don't sell eggs for higher than $6. That is called yield curve control. That is called unlimited money printing. And that is called Bitcoin to the moon. Okay, legitimately. And so here's a summary. The Fed is going to play hardball all summer. They're going to act like they're playing a big tough game. They're like the little girls. They're like the little, I can't say the word I want to say. I think you guys know what word I want to say. On the playground who talk a big game, right? They talk a lot of smack in the lunchroom. They're like, Kale, come on, bro. Let's go play. Let's play one-on-one. Oh, you're on varsity basketball as a freshman. Let's go play one-on-one at recess. And I'm like, all right, bet. Let's go. And so I'm outside dribbling at the free throw line waiting for this guy to show up from lunch. And he had to go to the bathroom. He was sick. You know, he had to throw up. He can't play, Kale. Sorry. You know what? That's what these people are. They talk a bunch of smack and they don't put up and shut up. So they're going to talk a bunch of smack. They're going to try to get the markets down with their words. Right now, the market is calling their bluff. This week, it's going to call their bluff even more. But I think we do have more downside in the stock market for sure over the summer. But if we go back to my summary here, where's my summary? We have bear market rallies, but generally they're going to talk a big game and try to get inflation down. It probably won't come down easily for the reasons I listed above. Then they're going to have to step in to stop the pitchforks in the streets. They're going to have to come in here and everyone's going to be yelling, hey guys, we need to bring down prices. They're going to have to come in so they don't lose the election and honestly probably get evicted from office if they don't bring down prices. It's going to be the giga bottom for BTC. So Arthur's argument for 25K being the bottom for Bitcoin is also immaculate. It's an amazing argument. Am I really going to sit here and wait for $21,000? Am I really going to sit here and wait for $21,000 Bitcoin? Are you going to sit here and wait when Luna at the bottom of this market, when Bitcoin actually bottomed out, which I do believe is probably the bottom. I mean, it may not be. We may go like to 21,000, but is it worth it? That's really the question. Let me just show you this, guys. I have to bring up the chart one more time. Holy crap. Look at how dirty this chart is. Welcome to the channel with no edits. It's amazing. Okay, look. This was the bottom back here. I know you can barely see it, but let me move my... Okay, look at this. You see this candle right here? This is the candle right here that bottomed us out at Bitcoin. This was $25,600. Look at how like fast that got bought up, number one. But that's what candles look like. That's what bottoms look like. It's exactly what they look like. You have a candle that has a lot of selling pressure, right? That instantly gets bought up and has a ton of volume. This is exactly what all the bottoms look like. If you don't believe me, let me just show you, okay? Here's another bottom right here. This was basically the bottom right here at last summer. Boom, huge volume candle, and it just got bought up. We actually had a few of those bottoms, but the same thing happened. Same thing happened at the actual bottom right here. Boom, big volume candle, okay? I can show you another one, right? There's one right here. Boom, big volume candle. We went up. Okay, I mean, it's easy, guys. It's easy to spot these bottoms in hindsight. It's hard to see them when you're panicking. But the reason that we had this bottom right here, which I do believe was probably the bottom, is because Luna, when Luna crashed to zero, you guys remember that? That was like a few weeks ago. They had to sell 80,000 Bitcoin. We're not talking $80,000 in Bitcoin. No, we're talking 80,000 Bitcoin. We're talking about billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin were sold over the course of 24 hours. 24 hours. And I kind of discounted this in my mind. I was like, you know, it's hard. At the moment, it's hard to buy down here. I should have bought here because this is when everyone was the most fearful. It was, oh man, it was a great buying opportunity because when you sell that many Bitcoin in 24 hours and the price cannot get below $25,600, you're likely never getting back below that. Like we're never probably going to have 80,000 Bitcoin, billions of dollars of Bitcoin sold within that small period of time and the market still be able to absorb that, right? And so the argument that Arthur makes in the article is like, dude, that was the bottom. We couldn't get below it. Right. And so we're probably just the best move, guys, is to get into a community like 2+2 Genesis, talk about our trades all summer, really, really talk with other people who are smart. And what I'm going to be doing is buying Bitcoin. Well, my first plan is to, and I'll show you the exact trades if you're in the Discord. Like, I don't want to take too much time on this video, guys, but like, holy, that's the worst chart I've ever seen. Okay, whatever. My current plan is to just ride this up to $36,000. Okay. I have a bunch of Bitcoin that I bought at like 29,000. I bought a bunch down here and I'm going to ride it up to like $36,000. I'm going to take profits along the way. Take profits, take profits, take profits, take profits. Then I'm going to wait for a correction, which will likely be down to around $27,000, $28,000 down in here, 28K again. Then I'm going to buy it all back. Then I'm just going to ride it back up again. And I think we're going to have a bunch of those bounces throughout the summer. And then eventually I'm going to back the truck up because eventually there's going to be an announcement. It's going to be, hey, stimulus checks for gasoline, money printer, go burr. Hey, we are the elections, honestly, probably just in August or sometime getting closer to elections when the Democrats start thinking about getting elected again is when the bottom will be in because they have to print more money. And then I will back the truck up and I will buy all of the Bitcoin in existence. Will I be buying some altcoins? Yes. Do I know which ones those will be yet? No. I'm a little scared after the Luna fiasco. I'm not going to lie. So that's what I got for today. Please, for the love of Pete and for the love of God, if you enjoyed this, there's this little button, okay, down here. It's called share. Okay. So first of all, take your thumb out of your ass. If you are watching still, please, for the love of God, smash this like button, hit the share button, and just copy this link and send it to one person right now who you think will enjoy this. Please do that for me. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this. I think it was one of the most valuable videos I've done. All right. Love you guys. See you later. Bye.